Greetings, all of you sweet, sweet honeybees out there in the hive. Welcome to the Electric Honey Pot, where energy is the nectar of life. I'm your magical friend, Everbee, the serious bee spirit, here to deliver a message to the collective. I am so very grateful that you are joining me today. Thank you for being here. I don't know about you guys, but I have really been feeling this energy of scorched earth. Now, what I mean by that, I get this image of what the Amish do when they are preparing to grow a new garden. They will do this controlled burn to kill off everything that isn't going to be beneficial to their new garden. They're removing all of this old, I don't even want to call it growth, because I'm getting more of the image of like decay, things that do not serve new life coming in. But as they are burning away all of this overgrowth, they are actually creating richer soil for their garden to grow healthier. So they're creating this destruction with the fire, but through the destruction, they actually find this nourishment that helps something more beautiful and more beneficial grow for them. And this is the energy that I have been feeling in my own personal life, if I'm being honest, but I've also been feeling this within the collective with a lot of the things that are going on, the topics that are hot debates right now that are inviting us to look at the way that we have been doing things from a different perspective so that we can make the decision to let things go that do not serve us and move into something better. I have felt guided to pull from my Thoth deck today, since we do kind of have this scorched earth energy. This is definitely one of the decks that I have that does not really sugarcoat things. It is not the deck that you turn to if you are feeling really sensitive, but if we're feeling scorched earth, I'm feeling spicy. Some bridges you gotta burn. If you are around people that do not contribute to you feeling loved, worthy, or valued, then why are you holding on to those relationships? Because all you're doing is telling the universe that, yes, I will settle for this. This is what I deserve, when you are worthy of so much more. If you have a situation or a person or a thing or a career that does not help you feel happy or fulfilled, and having a conversation and finding some kind of mutual ground is not possible, then sometimes the best thing that you can do is to drop that match and watch that bridge burn. I saw 333 on the timer right as I am saying that. So that is definitely some confirmation for someone out there. I also sat down to record this video at exactly 444, which is also this energy of building. The tower comes down when it's built on an unsolid foundation. That way you have this clean, fresh slate to build a more solid structure. You're building back better by making the decision to release the past, to release the relationships that are not here for your highest good. On the bottom of the deck, we actually have the Princess of Swords. This has not been an easy situation for you, and I get this feeling that it's also been pretty emotional, and you've probably had some very harsh thoughts or maybe even some words as you have been going through this process, because that inner child has been hurt by these people. But again, sometimes you have to do what is best for you. Sometimes we don't act as our best selves, and that is okay. Sometimes in order to overcome these heightened periods where we aren't acting as our best selves or using the words that are our best selves, we get out of it by removing ourselves from what triggers us. And I really get this energy that a lot of us out in the collective are making these decisions to move away from that kind of energy and the things that trigger us. We actually have the Tower coming out. Talking about when things are built on an unsolid foundation, they have to come down to build back better. The same goes for the relationships in our lives, the systems on a collective scale. So much of this world is not built on a solid foundation, and it is not serving us anymore. So why are we clinging so hard to the past when it's created all of this pain and chaos within our lives to begin with? We should be willing to let that come down. That way we can build something better. Before we move on, we actually have change coming out after that. On the bottom, the Two of Pentacles. It's all about learning how to find balance. And you can't find balance by keeping things in your life that trigger you into these states of extreme. If you want things to be different in your life, you have to be willing to embrace the change. You have to be willing to let the Tower fall. I understand how scary that change can be, especially taking a leap of faith on yourself, letting people go. In my own personal life, this is something that I'm dealing with, letting people go and taking this leap of faith on myself and trusting that Spirit will catch me. And it is a very scary feeling. We tend to cling and hang on to people that do not make us feel good, situations that do not make us feel good, careers that do not make us feel good, just because we're scared of the change. We tend to think in this doom and gloom, but the reality is that comfort zone that we're living in is creating that doom and gloom for us. If you decide to embrace something new, what if you succeed? What if you find people that truly do love you? People that truly do value your presence in their life and who you are as a person? What if you find a job that makes your soul feel fulfilled? What if you achieve your dreams? What if holding on to that tower, those people, those places, those things, is exactly what's holding you back from achieving the life of your dreams? Would you still want to hang on to it then? Okay. We have quite a few cards coming out here, and I'm going to take this whole stack because this is so relevant to the message, and I am not going to pull any more from the deck after we go through these cards, and then we'll get a closing message. But you have all of this power to create the life that you have always dreamed of. You are such a passionate, creative, powerful, confident person, but you have settled for less than what you are worthy of and for less than what you deserve for far too long. It is time for you to embrace that personal power. And you know, this Queen of Wands, that is that fire energy. She's not afraid to go all scorched earth because she's independent. She trusts her intuition. She knows that her flame, while it has the power to destroy, it also has the power to create. And there's always an equal and opposite energy exchange with everything that is always happening. So when you lose something, you also gain something. You're not just always losing. And sometimes these seemingly unfortunate things that happen to us, these things that seem like loss, actually turn out to be some of the most fortunate things that happen to us, that come with the greatest gains and benefits for our lives. But you have to trust in your own power. You have to trust in your own flame, your own ability to create. You have to be able to stand within your own light, your own power, your own flame. After that, we have the sun. You are the sun. When you learn how to stand in your own power, you shine brightly. You should never settle for those that make you feel dim, because you're magical. You're everything. You're the entire universe in this one little fractal. And you have this great power to radiate into the world. When you learn how to stand within the power of your sacred fire, you shine brighter in the world. And that is how you attract the ones that are truly meant for you, instead of settling for the ones that do not value your presence or who you are as a person. Do not dim your light for love, because you should never have to beg for someone to love you or to want you in their life. This is a new beginning. It's a leap of faith, trusting in the unknown, jumping off of the cliff and trusting that Spirit is going to catch you as you fall. There's a lot of magic that happens when you choose to embrace a new beginning, rather than living within the past. People stay stuck in these cycles of trauma, abuse, misery, not loving themselves, not achieving their dreams or creating, because they're too afraid to trust in the new beginning. A lot of people hold on to people that are not good for them because they're scared of being alone. But are you ever really alone if you have Spirit by your side? And are you ever alone when you love your own company? When you love yourself? Are you alone? When you learn how to stand alone, that is when you learn how to truly love. And when you love yourself and you radiate, the ones that are going to love you back are going to come bask in your sunshine. The Nine of Wands. This has been a really long, difficult journey. Healing is not something for the faint of heart. Being a generational curse breaker is not for the faint of heart. But you have already overcome so much. You have felt like you have lost so much, but realized how much you have gained in the process. The more time that passes and you gain this higher perspective over the entire situation, everything that you've ever been through, And you are almost there. What you seek is also seeking you. But your desires require sacrifice. You're becoming an entirely new version of yourself. You have to release the old versions of yourself. You have to release your old life to invite this new life in. And you can do this. You've come so far already. This is that new beginning. Follow your passions. Allow that fire to burn bright. Use the burning bridge, the flames burning the bridge, to fuel your passion and your creativity. Alchemize what you're going through. Turn that pain into personal power. Turn the loss and the hate to fuel for your fire. Because the greatest things in life require sacrifice. You have to give in order to receive. And when you're willing to let go, you make room for more to come in. You are definitely heading in the right direction, even if it feels like loss at first. Change is not gentle. Change is not comfortable. But change has to happen if we want something better for ourselves. We can say we want better all we want, but if we are not willing to let go of the things that do not help us embody or invite those better things in, then they're just empty words. You have to be willing to do the work. You have to be willing to make sacrifices. I want to get a dark feminine shadow message to close this out. One last message for the collective about this scorched earth energy, please, Spirit. A final message for the scorched earth. This one's popping out. Oh, how powerful. We have Hecate coming out here. I am the guardian of crossroads, the mistress of magic, the keeper of secrets. Hecate is with you. This is your invitation. Hecate requires a sacrifice to work with her. You have to sacrifice your old life. You're at this crossroads where you can choose whether you want to move forward to the life you say you want, or if you're going to settle for the life that you claim you don't. Because if you aren't willing to make these sacrifices, then you're choosing a life that you say you don't want. I want to specifically see what this book says about Hecate, the triple goddess, and it is page 11, so maybe 111 or 1111 is another confirmation for someone out there. This is the mystical calling. Yesterday's video was actually about spirits knocking on your door because you're missing the call. I'm going to link that down in the description box below because I feel like it is relevant to today's message. Hecate, a powerful goddess in Greek mythology, is associated with magic, crossroads, and the realms of the living and the dead. Hecate's mysterious nature and her ability to traverse realms symbolize her connection with the depths of human consciousness and the unknown. She represents the liminal spaces where transformation and hidden knowledge can be accessed. That scorched earth energy, when you burn it all away and you're stripped down to absolutely nothing, that is a liminal space. And that is where the magic and the deeper access to wisdom and consciousness can be accessed, because you're an empty vessel. You're a clean slate. As the goddess of magic and crossroads, she guides us through the depths of our own subconscious. Within the darkness lie profound revelations, hidden strengths, and the potential for profound growth. Her presence reminds us to tap into our intuition and explore our innate mystical abilities. Trust in your intuitive insights, as they will guide you through the darkness and help you uncover hidden knowledge. The appearance of this card indicates that you are at a significant crossroads in your life. Trust your intuition and embrace the unknown as you navigate through decisions and changes. Hecate offers her guidance to help you make wise choices and find the path that aligns with your true self. Embrace the journey ahead. Be receptive to the guidance of the triple goddess that the triple goddess offers, and trust in your ability to navigate the depths of your being with courage and wisdom. The sacrifices that you have made are coming with great rewards. You just have to continue trusting yourself, continue listening to yourself, and continuing to choose the path of your highest good and not the path that was chosen for you. Don't settle for less than what you deserve or what you want in your life. Embrace the magic and the mystery of the unknown. Take the fork in the road. Enjoy the journey. Be the fool. Choose what makes you happy. Let go of the rest. I'm going to close this message out here. If you resonated with this, please be sure to like this video and drop me a comment down below, because I would like to know about what your process has been like, this crossroads energy. What have you been shedding? What are you calling in? I absolutely love hearing from you. These are also really easy ways to help the growth of my channel. If you're interested in personal readings or any other kind of spiritual service, sorry, my dog's kicking my tripod. Please be sure to check out my Buy Me a Coffee page that I have linked down below. Check out my podcast, Humans in Bloom, where we have fearless conversations and encourage deeper thought about life, the world around us, and the human experience. If you're interested in being a featured guest on my podcast, you can submit a contact form at the bottom of my website, electrichoneypotproject.com. Everything is linked down in the description box below. As always, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, week, month, year, and life. Remember to be curious, question everything, but trust yourself. Most of all, stay sweet, honeybee. Sting when it counts.